This isn't just a cheating story, this is how I almost caught a deadly disease from the man I loved. My ex was a serial cheater. I caught him multiple times, but I kept convincing myself that if I loved him hard enough, he'd change. Yeah, cringe. Things escalated fast. Within 1 week, 2 different women showed up at my house and even at my workplace, looking for him. Some of them were openly gloating about their relationships with him. I didn't understand why at the time, but I'll come back to that. My ex and I had always been extremely sexually active, sometimes up to 3 times a day. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, he wouldn't go near me. He refused to touch me at all. Which, honestly, wasn't terrible, but it was completely abnormal. Especially since before, if I said no, I'd be lectured. And yes, I stayed. Cringe again. Then he asked if I could start sleeping in the guest room because he drooled too much. What? This went on for about a month. He wasn't going out much anymore. He wasn't blowing up my phone. He wasn't at the bar every night like he used to be. And I was just completely confused. One morning, there was aggressive knocking on my door. Standing there was my ex's best friend's brother's girlfriend. She looked exhausted, shaken, and honestly unwell. We sat on the porch, and she asked how badly my relationship with my ex had been affected. I had no idea what she was talking about. I told her he'd completely shut me out, that we weren't even sleeping in the same bed, but I didn't know why. She suddenly started having a panic attack. She called her boyfriend, screaming and crying, saying, "She probably has it." I froze. Have what? That's when everything came out. The women who had been harassing me that week weren't just sleeping with my boyfriend, they were supplying him with drugs. One night, my ex, his best friend, his best friend's brother, and the brother's girlfriend were all sharing utensils with these women. There was sex involved, between some or possibly all of them. They all contracted hepatitis. The women were trying to track my ex down because he owed them money, and because they wanted to tell him the good news. After a week of him avoiding them, they finally caught up with him. I felt physically sick. I ran. I got tested for everything, and then some. Thankfully, due to previous work, I was vaccinated for hepatitis B. I came back clean across the board. That period was one of the worst times of my life for many reasons. But as much as it pains me to say it, his distance during that time may have been the only decent thing he ever did for me. What makes this even darker is that the woman who had hepatitis already knew she had it. There's no telling how many people she exposed. She died not long after all of this from an overdose. Subscribe Dark Files USA for more real-life stories.